Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back to episode. Who
We
knows
don't know.
now anymore? We were literally trying to figure that out
Something.
before. Like it's welcome back.
Welcome back. We're so excited. We are back in our new recording studio.
Yes.
Vibing.
Vibing.
We've got the
Filming.
cameras on. Today's episode, I'm not going to touch
Yes,
everything.
that
My
was the
hands
thing.
going to stay in
And
my
if
lap.
there's a clip of me like dead eyeing Shay,
Like-
come on, stop touching it.
Like, sit still.
Yeah, sis,
It's
come
the
on.
eyes. You know when you're in trouble by your mum? And she's like,
and she's like,
that's the vibes I need
it's
to
all right.
get.
Well, it's fine. We'll work with it.
We're chilling. But today, Helina, we're talking about like salon fit outs. We're just getting straight into it.
Yeah, and I
Because
feel
we're here
like
for this.
a lot of people were curious because the naked brow is like an elite. Like,
Shut the
it's,
fuck up.
It's elite. And I feel like that's something that Dom would say
He would say. He
because
would say.
it is like it's such a beautiful space.
Thank you.
So and like every time I go in, it was like, oh, that's a new book.
There's
Got a
always
new
something.
candle.
I get bored in my space. Like I'm literally now looking at my studio. I'm like, I haven't even been there for a year, and I'm like, what can I change? I've got new
nothing.
chairs coming because I'm just like,
Of course.
get that couch out with the item with the new. I need new stuff.
Okay.
But sorry, going off there. Today I'm going to take everyone through my salon fit out, what my experience was, the costs, the timing, literally everything, because it's scary when you have like a salon fit out.
I literally had a room fit out and I was
It's
scared.
overwhelming.
So I
It
can't
is
imagine
overwhelming.
actually doing like a whole thing and like dealing with tradesmen, especially like when you're a girl.
I feel that,
yeah,
right? Like,
so
look after me. You hope that they want to
please
like.
don't rip me off,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Please. But I've got kind of my little notes here. And I'm just going to walk you through kind of the process of even just finding a salon because that's the biggest thing and one of the hardest things.
Absolutely.
I started looking for a salon while I was renting another room and I probably was looking for up to 6 to 8 months.
I remember it was a while. Like I
was some
remember it
time.
being like a hot minute.
Yeah. In my head, I had the expectation of like, we'll look at a few places. I'll pick my one and we go from there.
Yeah.
But literally, it took so long. And you would walk into these places and they're either too small, too expensive, or you just couldn't, it just didn't feel right. Like the street was off, the front signage was off. I wasn't vibing with so many places. I probably looked at like 10 and that was over a few months. And I almost signed with a few places, but the intuition wasn't there. Like it wasn't right. And I remember having to go with that.
What made you like, what was this one? Why did this one give you? Because I remember the FaceTime.
Oh my God,
when
I
you
remember
called
FaceTime.
me. Yeah.
So my sister actually worked in the building that it was there. There's 3 stories. She was in the second and the third story.
Yeah.
And downstairs, it was just being looked after by some like scary people, like doing some dodgy stuff. Oh, well, anyway. And she was always like, no, you don't want that. Don't be silly. And she actually put me off because I sent her a photo of the ad on like commercial.com, whatever. And I was like, oh, sis, look, I found where you work and that place down there's for rent. She was like, no. But I remember like I had this, it kept coming back in my head for a few weeks. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go look because I can't get it out of my head. I was like, this is a sign. If I can't get something out of my head, I'm like, all right, let's go with it. So I got with Tanisha, that's my sister, and I was like, just grab the key. Because the guys who actually, the landlords, work in that level with Tanisha, my sister. So I was like, all right, sweet, just let's go downstairs. And we went down, opened the door. It was a bit of a little dump site.
It looks nothing like it used to.
But I remember being like, holy shit, I can see stuff here. Like I could just straight away envision.
That's amazing.
And I was like, okay, so if we just put a wall here and we just do this, like there was only one wall and the ceiling was gross and there was no aircon and the floor was like all ditzy and like gross concrete. But I remember just looking at Tanisha and you're like walking around. I've got my phone out like filming and I was like, I think this is it. And then I called you and I was like, Helina, what do you think?
And I was like, what are you doing right now?
I was
Where
like,
are
I
you?
think this is it. Like literally, I knew. You just know. You just know. And I was like, yes, this is happening. And I could immediately see where I was going to work, how I was going to put walls up. I had no idea how I was going to do any of this. But I was like,
It's fun.
this could work here.
Yeah.
And so we went. I thought about it for a few days. And then you got to go through the, what's the word? Negotiating.
Oh, with the price and stuff?
Yeah, it's a big space. So I think it's 97 square meters. Okay.
That's pretty big.
I probably, like, for me as a brow artist who only works for myself
square
right now,
meters.
I only need like 25.
Yeah,
but I was
literally.
like, yay, space.
Yeah.
So if I was to do it again, I probably didn't need that much, but also I don't regret not having that much. You know, I like having space. I would have regretted if I went too small and then 6 months down the track, can't expand.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go big or go home. Get the bigger space and we're going to expand into it.
Okay.
So negotiating, you get this big contract and it was scary. And there was all these things and I was like, I've got no fucking idea what I'm reading. Like literally none.
So remember that one for the episode previously, how we were like, don't sign anything.
Don't sign. And I almost just started signing my name. And I took it to one of my best friend's mum, who's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I just sat down with her. It was like 10 p.m. at night. She's just put her kids to bed. And I was like, Chanel, can you just like read through this? And she just starts reading the first page and she's like, you haven't signed any of this, right? And I was like, no, but I was about to. And she was like, Shanae, we've got some negotiating to do. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what? Like I had no idea half the shit she was pulling out of this contract. But she's like, okay, so they want you to do this, this, this. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And she was like, well, that's what you're about to sign. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I can't even remember what it was. But I remember I started crying at the dinner table with her. Yes. I was like, I'm overwhelmed. She's like, pull yourself together. It's fine. But we need to negotiate.
Because this turnaround time was really quick. Yes. I remember like it was like within a week or so. And I was like, whoa, like.
Because I wanted it done. And also when things are up on the market, people get it quick.
Exactly.
And also surgery wise, I had to also get out of my old room as well.
That's right.
So I had to get out. I just had surgery. Like so much was happening. Yeah. But I was like, nah, fuck it. Let's go. So I ended up negotiating, probably bringing my price down by $250 a week because I was getting ready to put roughly $60 to $1,000 into the shop. And I was doing some big improvements. Yeah. It was great because it had a kitchen, it had a bathroom, it had a car park. Like those were the main three.
Yeah.
I did not want my clients to have to walk out to go to a bathroom down the street or also to not have a kitchen in there. Like, those little things. Like, and I also wanted to have room to put aircon. Like these were my musts and they were all ticking off. So I was like, sweet. Yeah. We ended up getting my negotiation down. I actually signed for a 333 lease. I don't know if I would do that again.
Okay. Why?
I wish I did maybe 222. Like every 2 years you can decide whether you want to sign for another 2 years.
But so it's now every 3 years.
Yes. So I've got it potentially up for 9 years. Every 3 years I can kind of decide whether I want to be there or not. I'm not even in there for a year yet, and I probably don't think I'll be there by the first 3 years is up. Yeah. That's just me sitting here thinking about this now. Like I've got big plans. I need a lot bigger space. But also it's too big for me just now, but it'll be too small for what I want to do.
Eventually.
So we'll come back to that in 3 years.
Okay.
But signed the lease, awesome, sweet. I got the keys on the 1st of May. And so this probably was like 2 weeks of kind of fluffing around. I had to get insurance. I had to have like my accountant sign off, all that fun stuff. And then I wanted to be in the salon by the 1st of June because I had just had 6 weeks off with my surgery. Yeah. And then I needed another 4 weeks off doing the renos. So there was so much going on. Yeah. I had a lot of time off, but I'm so glad I didn't work during that period because the amount of times you have to call someone or run and grab something or run down there. Oh my God. So I was like, thank fuck I didn't work because that was stressful enough. I don't know how people work and then
do renos. Yeah.
No way.
Good on you guys.
No way. The first thing I remember thinking was, okay, I've got the keys. The fuck do I do now? Literally, what do I do? Because I don't have a treaty boyfriend. I don't have a treaty dad. I don't have anyone who's in the treaty. Like, no one's in construction. I was thinking, like, fuck, like, I wish I had a person who was in construction. I didn't know what to do. But I knew my neighbor was, like, a builder. So I literally just walked over with a pack of beers. And I was like, hi, I've got a salon. What can you do for me?
So here's a 6-pack.
I was like, take this. Can you sit with me for like 2 hours and we'll go through this?
You can drink all the beers.
Yeah. I was like, drink them while we're here. Like, be drunk. I don't care. Just help me out because you're the only person I know right now. So we put together a list and I think this was really helpful. Because what comes first? The floor, the electrical, the painting, the rooms? So true. What is it? I don't know. I had no idea.
I actually have no idea.
Literally, right? Yeah. So I'm going to read out like kind of, this was the priority list.
Okay.
Of what I had to do.
Give it to us.
Steps.
We're all ready.
So first thing was noise installation. And that's because the level between first and second, I could literally hear every fucking footstep.
I remember that. Remember the first time we went to record a podcast episode in there and we could hear the footsteps above us.
And I was like, fuck. So we had to put in like thick padding between top and bottom level. Okay. And then we had to put a new roof in. So that means we were bringing the roof down by like, I think it was like 3 inches, which wasn't ideal because the back end was already shorter than the front end. But I had to have noise insulation. So that was the first thing. And then we had to put in plastered walls. So I guess walls is kind of your first thing, like putting up your structure.
But like, had you set out a plan at this stage?
I had kind of like me DIYing it. I had my iPad and I'm just drawing. I didn't go through a actual builder. I didn't go through like, what are they called? Someone who designs architecture or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just literally started drawing and it worked out, thank God.
Yeah.
Went through a few different things, but I'm glad I
with the layout.
I put up 2 rooms, 2 like sort of walls. So plaster walls, figuring out where you want them to go and getting them in. Then next was the timber flooring, getting that laid down once the walls were in and plastered. Then the electrical, making sure the lights, the aircon, all that sort of stuff is in. And then you go painting. And then I ended up doing getting my reception desk in, then security, signage, curtains, furniture, stock, storage, and then stock. Okay. So that was kind of the list I went through. So first thing, I guess, coming back to installation, getting that in, and my wall plasterer. Who are they called? I don't know.
I want to say carpenter.
Oh, yeah, I think that's them.
Because a carpenter is not someone who lays carpet.
Why not?
Tell
me why that isn't.
I can't tell you
I don't get it either.
I don't get it.
I think that's what. So he did everything. He cost me probably about $20,000 to do the installation and the plaster walls. He was incredible, and he was like ripping doors down. He did everything by himself. He was amazing.
Wow, go him.
But he wasn't cheap. I would thought maybe
20K.
I thought like maybe 10,000.
I wouldn't even. Ridiculous. I'd be like, oh yeah, 2.5.
No. I wish. He did that, so he was around roughly 20.
Okay.
Then vinyl timber flooring. I was expecting $2,000. All right. I understand I have a big floor space. I think that came to nearly 6,000 or 7,000, like getting it laid down. I was like, what?
So that was the floors plus installation.
Getting them put in.
Yeah.
And because they had to like put down like a coating first. I don't know. They explained it. I'm just standing there like, just put it on my fucking
Send
card.
me the invoice.
Yeah. Then electrical, had to get quite a few air cons put in.
Yep.
And then all the lighting. So that was again, I think another 5,000. I was like, oh yeah, I guess.
And just put it
on
the
lights on. Fine. Painting, that was another 3,000. I was like, God damn it. I understand I could have painted myself, but I want it to all be done right.
And you have a beautiful feature. I remember I was coming in that day that it was getting done.
Oh, so that wasn't in painting. That was in render.
Oh, God.
Render was not cheap. I went with a really incredible company.
Yeah, they were great. I remember meeting them.
And they were so easy. And they were on the creative with me. So I loved it. They did my feature wall and my reception desk. And that was another 5,000 for just covering the reception desk.
With a sponge. I saw that.
I was like, fuck, okay, add it on the bill, baby.
So everyone admire the reception desk and the feature wall.
Reception desk itself was another $1,000 because I got that made. So I was like, I don't want a boring one.
Yeah.
But I love it, and I love that they match up.
Yeah.
Curtains.
Since
when are curtains so expensive?
Nah, Exy. Remember I was trying to get some in mine?
Yeah.
And then I ended up having to do it myself.
You did it.
Side note, Shay came in one day and literally said to me, so are these just like for now?
Stop. I didn't mean it like that.
You literally texted me when you left and you were like, please don't be offended by my curtain thing. I was like, no, it's fine, Shay.
It's fine. They had like the rings and I was like,
Helina. Oh, bro, I've changed them now.
Helina,
okay. They're in my lounge room, the rings.
Yeah. But like curtains can literally
make or break a space.
And when I didn't have the curtains, I was like, yeah. But then I got the curtains put in and I was like, holy fucking shit, these are incredible. And now I notice curtains everywhere.
Yeah.
So I had just had my curtains put in. They took 3 months to come by the way.
How much were your curtains?
I think curtains were around $4,000.
Yeah. But you have a lot.
Yeah, I guess. But
I guess no,
I was
not
long happy
curtains.
with the turnaround time.
Yeah.
And the company I went through, they just took way too long and their communication wasn't great.
Yeah.
So like I had been in for 2 months and then the curtains got put in. And I was like, guys, I ordered these like a long time ago. Why aren't they in? Anyway, yoo-hoo. Signage. I didn't really get too much signage. That was probably like...
No, but I feel like that took a while.
$700. Yeah, that was one of the last things. That was really annoying. But I also wasn't set on like what signage I wanted to wear. I was kind of like, yeah. So that was kind of like the base. Yeah. And then I got I did the bathroom. I did the bathroom in the kitchen.
Oh, yes.
That was $10,000.
I was going to say, your taps. I remember when you were unboxing it.
They were so nice.
They're beautiful.
So expensive.
Yeah. I unboxed it and I saw the invoice. I was like, Sinead.
Yeah. I went to ABI and they were beautiful. I thought I was going to have to wait months for them to come, but I just walked out with like all these things.
Literally.
I was like, thank you.
Bye.
So they were really good. I should have been more prepared for the whole thing. Like But that's like me.
But
I'm not organized.
You did it.
I did it. I did it in a month. It was done.
Yeah.
Nothing, like not everything was ready in that month, and I think I had to really let that go. Like I wanted that like perfect grand opening, cut the cord of the ribbon, you know. But it wasn't. I was like, I actually just need to get back to work. Yeah. I need to get in.
Yeah.
So it was very like bare minimum at the beginning. You know, I had a couch, I had a coffee table. I got a lot of stuff from Gold, which they were amazing.
Yeah.
But it was kind of just like get in and get started. But I loved it. It was such a nice, fun opening. Oh, mirrors. I've got a fuckload of mirrors.
Yeah, you do have a fuckload.
I think I spent about $5,000 in mirrors too.
But they were like the big, beautiful arch ones.
They were
like,
pretty.
you literally have...
I think I've got like 7.
But there's one at the reception, one in your room. Yep. Is there 2 in that?
2 in the back, 1 in the bathroom,
one in the office. Room.
And then there's another one I haven't even put up.
Oh, and the Jagger and Wolf ones.
Yeah.
They're stunning.
So... yeah, lots of mirrors, but I love mirrors. How fun.
And like you want everyone to admire their eyebrows when they're walking out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Literally, people are like, I don't know which mirror to look at. I'm like, look at them all.
Look at them all. I love that.
Well, you want photo opportunities as well. Like, who doesn't want to keep picking a cute mirror?
Exactly.
So I was like, mirrors are a must. I need my place filled up with mirrors. So I loved that.
Yeah.
And then furniture as well. I probably spent about $20,000 on furniture. So if you were to go through and do the maths, I can't remember. I couldn't tell you exact, but it was roughly like 70 to 80,000, somewhere in there
for the whole fit out.
I was expecting 50,000, like that was my goal. We're just chucking an extra like 25, 30 on there.
As if we want no furniture in there, guys.
Now, a big shock to me. I didn't know this. If you don't know this, get ready. When you're doing a salon, it is not all a tax write-off. Like, I was pissed. I was grumpy. So I thought, sweet, $80,000 tax write-off, baby.
Yeah, no.
And then I come to my accountant and I was like, here's all my receipts. And they're like, okay, cool. What can you take out with you? And I was like, what? Sorry, what? Like, what?
Shut up.
What do you mean? And they're like, what can you pick up in your arm and walk out that front door with? And I was like,
my books?
My furniture?
No, you can't.
Well, like I could take my couch.
Yeah.
But I can't take the built-in drawers that I've just made, like, and the mirrors. So they're like, okay, so what can you take out? And I literally was just like, my furniture, which was $20,000 worth. So I can claim $20,000 worth of that on tax, but the other 60, fuck that off. And I was like, why did no one tell me this before?
How is that?
It's just how the fit out works.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, so you're telling me.
I'm going to cry now. Like, I'll be back.
And during this whole time, I got like a cheeky, like my first GST, like BAS bill came in.
Yeah.
So like while this is all happening, I just got a $10,000 tax bill just chucked on there that I had to pay like right today.
Like
because
yesterday.
I was with shit accountants and they didn't prepare me for
Yeah.
this. So I'm sitting here like money's going out the door plus GST. I've got no money coming in. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. But hey, I have a beautiful salon.
I now need to work. So that was kind of like the base of all of it. There are so many things if I was to do it again, I would.
What are 3 things that you would do differently?
Okay. I would 100% make sure I've got a lot more storage.
Okay.
Like, where am I putting my vacuum, my like mops? Where am I putting my bins? Like, everything's kind of out and I just have to like close the door on it to hide it.
Oh, I know that door.
Yeah, you know that door.
I know that door.
And like, everyone's like, do you want me to shut the door? I'm like, no, keep the door open. It's hiding stuff behind there. Yeah. So at storage, I wish I had a lot more storage.
Okay.
What else? More lights. Okay. I want more lights. Like, it's already light, but I want more lights, especially when it gets to like 4 p.m. onwards. Sometimes I'm working till 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's dim.
Yeah.
Turn up the ring light. But like, I would need more lights.
Yeah. Okay.
So more lights. And more, what's the word I want? Like, pull out drawers for my bin.
For your bin?
For my bin. I want bins. I would have 5 bins stashed around if I could close a
yeah,
cupboard.
don't want to see a bin. I don't want to know they're there.
But you see every one of my bins. I'm like,
yeah, I was surprised at that. Yeah. Okay.
But like, I didn't have time to like go and get custom made cupboards with bins. True. But yeah. And then if I was to do it all again as well, I would pay that extra money to have a professional help me do it.
Okay.
Like, I definitely went into that blind and I was going off my Pinterest board over the last 6 months. But there's definitely room for improvement on the interior decor side. Decor side.
Feel like it's either one.
One
Depends who
those.
you're talking
Okay.
to. I say decor.
Decor. but just making sure everything flows. Like, I think I've done a really great job for me, just like tapping my card on like different purchases, but there's so much room for improvement. On little things. So I think definitely going to my next one, I would pay that extra $10,000. Like, what's an extra $10,000 when I'm paying $10,000 on shit?
And maybe that's a tax write-off.
I think that might be a tax write-off.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do that.
Okay.
I would have some professional help. But a lot of people, when you get a salon fit out, it's like, shit, gotta go, gotta do it today, gotta be in 2 weeks. Like, that's everyone's turnaround, really.
Hectic.
Everyone I speak to who does a fit out, they're like, I had to be in ASAP because my lease was ending there, or, you know, I can't go 4 weeks without work. So I totally understand. But have more time and be more prepared. But hey,
that's why I'm excited for, not excited, but like for one day, if I do ever go commercial, I have the like availability to still work at home while it all gets done. So lucky for that. Yeah, definitely.
But I guess that was kind of like my fit out experience. I wanted to ask about like your at home salon fit out, because you said it's one room, but you've done some really good renos to it. What was your walkthrough?
Nothing compared to yours. I don't even have to make a list. I know it in my head.
Okay, hit me.
Like, so first of all, I started working from home 12th of January last year. Okay. So I had a week to sort my shit out.
You had just come back from like...
I was in Port Douglas with my friends.
Like drunk on New Year's Eve and then came back.
It was like go time, baby. As soon as I landed, I was like, all right, I had like 10 days until my first client was coming.
We got to start working.
That's it. And like I went through an absolute whirlwind of stuff with that like previous month in December. And then so when I got my house, there was no intentions of me ever working from home. Like actually ever. I actually felt like I was going backwards. When you did have that mindset. I was in a proper state. And I think that was when you and I started becoming that year before. So what year was that? 2020.
I don't know.
Is that right? Yeah. So 2020 we became really close, like mid-year, calling you crying and stuff like that.
There was lots of like kitchen room table, like FaceTime.
Yeah, literally.
Calm down, it's okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. And then like I don't know. It was also kind of like because like one of my besties in the industry was building this massive salon, and I'm like, anyways, I'm just chuffing off home.
Oh, it's hard to not compare. I totally
absolutely understand. And like I totally get, and you know, people probably listening to this podcast now, they're like probably listening to you going, I could never afford an 80K fit out.
I used to think the exact same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We all did.
Exactly. But like, you know, coming from like toning it down, I guess, and like working from home, I think I had to remind myself that I can still be successful with working from home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I really hope that I do like kind of inspire other people to know that it doesn't matter if you don't have a salon, if your clients are laying on that bed and if they're leaving happy, that's the main thing. If
you can create a beautiful environment in that one room, that's all they need to see.
And that's the thing. So basically I remember I walked. So at this stage, I genuinely thought I like coming back into, we're going back to January. You were
have no clients.
I actually got my job back at the pharmacy where I used to work because I was like,
people don't know this. You've also been working, and I'm like every week, Helina, get rid of that fucking job.
So yes,
you've been working in another place, right?
So I help them out when they.
You do help them out.
So it's So because I studied pharmacy for 3 years. I've kind of like reversed it. So like brows used to be my like escape, and then I took it on full time, and the like company I worked for were so good with letting me. I'm like, all right, I'm going early today. I have a client. Is that
Gotta get my car and like go start driving.
Exactly. Like so, I was like, when I've literally tried to like leave.
Are you still on the books with them?
I'm working there tomorrow. 10 to 4. See you there.
I literally don't, because I know how much we can both be making this industry, and I'm like, sweet, work 3 days a week, yeah, so fine. And then I'm like, I call you, I'm like, Helina, what are you doing today? And you're like, I'm not going to the pharmacy. And I'm like, delete.
Literally. I was like, I'm just busy today. Can't talk.
I know you do enjoy it.
I just feel like my heart is totally so big, and like I hold the girls.
That's very nice of you.
But like the girls that work there, they're like my family. Yes. Like they help me.
I mean, no offense to them. I'm just
they listen to this, so don't be a bitch.
I've met them all. They're beautiful.
Yeah, you have actually. But like the way I look at it is like they did me a solid back in the day when I was through a dark place when I thought I was never going to start Bareface up again.
You thought you were going to be broke on the couch.
Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, bills to pay, they don't stop. So when I went to them and I said, I need my job back, like I need to work, they didn't even hesitate. They literally start tomorrow 9 to 5, like whenever you want.
Good on them.
So
real quick, I'm just going to come in for a sec. I want to remind us to come back to working 2 jobs and how that works out for tax.
Okay.
Make sure we come back to that.
Yeah, don't do it.
That has always been something where I've said, Helina, get rid of this job.
I know.
We'll come back to that. Okay. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. So, so I was working at the pharmacy, and the first thing that I remember, I literally said to my mum, I was like, I can't afford this. I had no money to my name. I had just spent like
You've just been splendid.
I love not only did I like splurge at my holiday because I was like depressed.
Yes. Let's just get drunk.
Depresso, getting me an espresso. Yeah. But like it was like I had just spent thousands of dollars in solicitor fees as well for everything that had happened.
Yes.
So I had no money. I genuinely had $300 to my name. I was still being hit up for money from the other.
I literally remember you saying, Shay, I have under $300 in my bank.
I have generally had, and my
I remember that day.
Mortgage, like the repayments are like $480 a week.
Yeah.
So I was broke.
So you're like, only fair.
Yeah. Popping my pussy out. Like I genuinely was like, and this was definitely
so you're like rock bottom.
Low point. I was depressed. I was overeating. I was definitely my heaviest weight I'd ever been. My mind space was, I was just so foggy. But the way I looked at it was like, all right, Helina, you do have a job. You're fine. You have a good presence on social media right now. Just keep going.
Yeah.
And the way I looked at it was like everyone behind that screen has no idea of what's happening with me right now.
No idea.
So I kept my guns strong, and I did keep uploading like content here and there. Wasn't my best because
I remember though you were starting fresh and
I deleted so much.
You had to start fresh with your content because of
everything.
Reasons.
Yeah. So
it
was hard, especially because when I hadn't had clients, and then I was trying to advertise that I was back working, like I was at home. Yeah. So yeah, that was hard. And that was another thing. It was like, I need like that content to bring money in when you are in this industry. So to not have that, it was kind of like, fuck.
Mom, can you come lay down?
So literally I said to Mum, because I said to Mum, I was like, I'm not working from home. I looked at hiring like rooms around the Sunshine Coast, and it was ridiculous, like the rent. And
what was rent looking like?
So week? They didn't do weeks. Nowhere did like a week. It was so bizarre. It was like 150 a day to like 180. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I know. And like the way I looked at it was a lot of my clients, because I was based kind of central of the sunny coast, I was like, if I move to Bly, that's like an extra 19 kilometers from where I was originally working.
Okay.
And like I have a lot of clients that travel. So I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, Helina, like, don't make people travel further. They're not going to do it. I was so wrong.
They are going to travel.
So wrong.
For the best.
Exactly.
100%.
So yeah, anyways, had a mental breakdown, about 17 of them. And I just called my mom and I said, I can't afford to do this. And my mom was my absolute number one supporter, and my stepdad, because I said, I can't afford anything. I genuinely have no money, but I want to do this. Yeah. And mom said, if you want to do it, like, let's do it. So my mum and stepdad paid for the floors to be ripped up.
Bless.
Yeah. Because I was like, I'll pay you back. I'll make the money. I was like, I'll pay you back, but I generally have nothing to my name. It was so hard. That's what I mean. Mum's been my number one supporter for years. And I was like, I don't even know what to do. And at this stage, I thought I was going to be tattooing.
Yes.
Yeah. So smooth surfaces for tattooing. I know that. So ripped.
That's all I need.
Oh, you don't need a sink or anything, Helina. So that was just, Anyway, so I ripped up all the carpet, which that made such a difference.
Yeah.
And like when you go into a home-based salon, as soon as you see no carpet on the floor, that just instantly made me feel more professional in a way. Yeah. And look, I didn't want to get in trouble by mum if I stained the carpet because, the tint, the wax. Yeah. Oh my God. So anyways, lifted the carpet up. That was the first thing I did, right? And then because it was a spare room. So my house is 4 bedrooms. And the first room, so when you walk straight into the house, is now the brow room.
Perfect.
So it is so perfect.
It worked out.
That's what I mean.
Yep.
When you think you're rock bottom and everything just starts panning out, like I can't tell you how many times my mum was like, "It's gonna be okay." I was like, "Stop telling me that, Mum. It's not gonna be okay."
Give me fucking
Literally, like, and because Mum lives 40 minutes away, so I couldn't just like go there and like have a hug and cry. So it was a lot of tears in bed through like that like month and week. So then we then knocked out the whole wardrobe. So because it's like a bedroom. So knocked out, took the doors off. I don't even know where they are. I think they're in the. I think we threw them out because Mum's like, "What if you don't want to stay working from home? Like, what are we gonna do?" I was like, "No, get rid of them." So knocked all that out. All of like the what's it called along the bottom, like the.
I was gonna say the railing, but the tracks.
Yeah. All that came out. There's like a shelf at the top, you know, the shelf that I've got. I've kept that because
you put all your little stuff.
I put stuff up there. It looks messy and it's my next thing I need to focus on. But anyways,
Don't talk to me.
so once that was done, I literally just like we laid the same floorboards through the house. I get so many compliments on my floorboards.
They're beautiful.
I love my floorboards. Yeah. They don't make them anymore.
Oh.
So please no one drop anything on my floorboards. Floorboards were done. And then we got security screens along the whole house because obviously working from home, a lot of people know my address. So then security screens were done and I didn't have curtains for literally like
some time,
6 months.
Right?
Yeah. Because it was good in a way because when I was working, I could see people walking down the driveway. So I would just like wave at them to let them know that I know that they're there. But like I didn't have a beauty bed or anything. Didn't even have, like I had my wax pot. That was it. So
I can get in the car or I can set up here.
So I got M from M Lash and Beauty. She let me borrow a lash bed.
Oh,
so, and I just said to her, I was like, M, like, I don't know what to do because I couldn't afford my like bed that I have now. So then she let me borrow a lash bed and like a lash pillow. I literally had like a massage bed with like the Kmart blankets over it.
Of course you did. We all did.
Exactly. So I had that.
That's starting up.
And then what did I do next? That was it.
Did you do any painting?
No.
Any signage?
No.
Nah.
Oh, I had some signage. That was an absolute piss of fight of a joke.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he gave me my signs back. I paid I had my first paycheck from the pharmacy and like half of it went to the signs. And I got like a little sign for the front door.
Yeah.
And then the A-frame sign. So my colour, everyone knows it's the beigey brown.
Yeah.
This was a shit colour brown.
It was a shit colour.
It's shit colour.
It
looks like it's of course I have it. It looks like
that, baby.
It's like 20 years old. It looks like faded and gross.
Yes.
So anyways, I kept it because I couldn't afford another one.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
And that was it. And I just put the sign at the front. And then I was so proud. I set it up. I didn't even have the black cabinetry then. I had a Kmart trolley.
You did.
Oh my God, it was a kitchen trolley from Kmart
Yep.
with wine holders and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, remember? And everything was on that. So I used to work off that.
Crazy.
Insane. Now I'll have to get some photos so that we can smash it all into the video. But then I remember so the first new thing I bought was my bed. Mm-hmm. That was from DSSE. It's the Mia hydraulic bed.
How is it?
I love it.
Yay.
I adjust everything. So when I put that in, I was like, I've made it.
That's it.
This room looks amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So then after that, my stepdad came up and I bought some curtains and some curtain rods and he came up and installed them.
And curtain rings.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
The good old rings. I can't get over it. So yes, I had the rings and now I've changed them.
The rings were beautiful.
No, they weren't. You hated them. And then, curtains. And then I ordered it fits so snug. One of my good friends, Jared, actually came. I paid him. I can't make a flat pack. It's from IKEA. I literally was like, Jared, I need you. Like, I don't have a boyfriend or anything. And like, you're my best friend. So like, you need to help me. And he came up and built this IKEA flat pack for me. And he was like, I'm never doing this again.
What is it?
I mean, you know the black,
Oh, that's the drawer.
Yeah. So like my storage basically.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad I didn't have to build it.
A bit of a tricky one.
Yeah. So just like slowly, I just started like adding things. Then I bought my my big vase that I've got with like my palms. I had a chair from Kmart in the corner, and I actually had a pot holder.
Yeah.
It was like a black stem pot holder.
Yeah.
With a like a return basket on top of it. Then that was my side table.
Oh wow. I love
so
that.
it was just such like DIY stuff.
Hey, if it works.
That's what I mean. And like my clients would come in and like people would say to me like, this place is so cute. And I was like, I know you're lying. And then, but they were like, Helina, like, I don't care where you do eyebrows.
Literally.
Like, I'm going to come to you.
A bed, wax pot, and a light.
Exactly.
You're okay.
And then the other thing I installed was aircon. So the house was airconned. Yeah. So the whole house was done. Also, it was like the main lounge room, my room and my housemate's room were airconned. But I was like, I don't need these other 2 rooms airconned. No one's going to be in there. Yep. So anyways, had to get my mate back up to install the aircons for me. No, this was my friend Regan.
Oh, thank you, Regan.
Thanks, Regan. And then he installed the aircon in that room for me. Mm-hmm. And then slowly, I bought like, I have a mirror in there now. I've got my signage. That was a massive thing getting the signage done. I haven't told Mum about the signage on the wall because it's definitely going to rip paint off. It's fine. We'll jump that hurdle when we get there. But yeah, just like little things like that. So I think all up, like my mum and stepdad probably dropped a K or 2 on it with the floors because I had to rip up the carpet and everything. So I think it was like $1,500 for the floors. Yeah. But then like slowly that was the first initial layout. That was it.
Yeah.
And then my bed was $900. The signs at the start were $300. But my new signage now, I think that was like $600.
Okay.
For the acrylic one on the wall.
Yeah.
My IKEA cupboard was like $400, I think. Mm-hmm. Plus the $500. Plus the $100 for my mate to make it.
Thank you.
But yeah, other than that, like the way I looked at it was my clients come in. It smells good. I've always got a candle burning.
Do you have like your 1 cent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tahi affair. Yeah, of course it is.
Of course.
And everyone says they can smell it as soon as they're walking down the driveway. Yeah. So then that was it. And then slowly I've just.
Has your perception? Is that the word I want? Thank you. I don't know
what that is.
Has your
perception?
Perception. That's the one I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Has that changed since now? From the beginning of thinking I'm about to have a home salon to now being working home salon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like, I used to be like, I work from home. Like I used to like not want to tell people, but I'm like, I work from home.
I work from motherfucking home.
Like literally, like this is
you
what
just
like
changed your mindset on it.
Totally. And I just, the way I looked at it was half the people that followed me on Instagram didn't even realize I worked from home.
Literally, they rock up and they're like, what?
Yeah. And like I send a text message to new clients because I don't, like I've got obviously like all my regulars now and I have the 3 or 4 a week new clients. And I'll send a text message and it's pretty lengthy, but it's like, you know, I'm a home-based salon. Here's some direction. I give them my address and then I let them know because I share a driveway with 2 other houses. Yeah. So I'm like, don't drive down the driveway, park at the front. Yep. Everyone's great.
Do you have people do it?
No, because I remember one time I rocked up for an appointment. It was like a beauty appointment and it was in Blah Blah as well, where I live. And I was like, she didn't send me anything. There was no signage at the front of her house. And I was like, where am I? And she's like, just walk through the gate. And I was like, what gate?
What gate?
Like,
you need it.
Yeah. So, and my anxiety when it's like that, because I'm like, ugh.
But anything to make anything more helpful
That's
and
what
easy.
I mean. And everyone always says, like, first thing I always ask a new client is, how did you find the house? Like, was it okay and easy? They're like, oh my God, your text message was so great. I literally see people walking down the driveway reading their phones and like
house
looking.
One, house
and like they see the sign. So like I make it as easy. Like that's how I've always run my business is I do brows the way I like doing brows. I train the way I like training and I like approach clients the way I'd like to be approached as a client.
Absolutely.
So yeah, but I just think like I love hearing our different stories on how we built
absolutely
our little empires. Yes. But like we're both still so successful.
Yes.
So I love that.
No, I love it. I love it. And I think it's really great to show the both ends of home-based and commercial base. Yeah. There's no one or the other that's better.
No,
as
absolutely
long as
not.
you're happy and confident and giving great quality services. in your space.
That's literally
all you
it.
can ask for.
Like, as long as your clients are walking out happy as Larry with bomb brows.
You're like, when can I book back in?
Literally. That's
Done.
literally. So, no, I love my little home salon.
Yay.
And I love your salon just as much.
It's just so nice. Like, we get our brows done by each other. And, like, when I can, like, lay down on your bed. And I'm like, Helina,
oh, my God.
go.
Me last week, I was literally just like, Shay, we were leaving here. She was like, what do you want to do? Because, like, we
had, like, 45 minutes to film.
Exactly. And I was like, do you want to do my eyebrows today?
I was like, quick, lay down.
Yeah, she's like, come on. We were, like, timing it while we were doing it.
I had 20 minutes. And I was like, I want to highlight, but I don't have to have a highlight.
I loved him. I didn't even care. But I'm doing yours today, so I'll pay you back.
I can't wait. I'm like, lummy me.
But no, it was good. And I think it just goes to show that you don't need to have a big space to be successful in this industry at all.
A little something that came on my head just then. You and me have done like a little shadow day spot before.
Yes.
And I thought that was so awesome. I recently just did one with one of our other brow friends, Miss Lash. But I think it is so great to be able to swap.
I love it.
Like, just shadow each other. And be like, here's what I do.
I remember the first day I learned so much about, like, techniques with you. And then I remember when you were looking at, like, my consult form. And you were like, oh, my God, that's such a
good
thing.
Hey, can I borrow that?
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Yeah, this. And
I was like, hey, put it on yours. So, like, I think, I
love it.
And I've actually seen other people doing it.
Swapping.
Like other artists that, like, we know doing it. And I'm like, I love that.
Yes.
Like, and I think that just goes to show, like, we watched a reel before about, like, competition in the industry. We're not.
There's no competition.
We're not competitors.
No.
Like, there is literally enough eyebrows and lashes for everyone. Like,
literally.
Yeah. And I just think, like, comparing to anything in life to other people is just damaging.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, just block it out. Happy. Just stay in your own lane.
100%.
Do what you want. Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was a good little chat.
Oh, that was so. I feel like we just like went for it.
We did. I'm out of breath.
I think we can like round this up here because we've like ticked everything.
Yeah. I hope that we have opened people's eyes to let them know that, like, it's okay to be different in the industry. Yeah. Girl, if you work out of, I don't know, where else could you work?
In your car?
Hey, I did that too. I worked from my car as well.
It works,
Go back to episode 1 or 2 and you hear all about that. But that's what I mean. Like, you generally start somewhere. Like, you started from home and I
changed the flooring. I got a bed and here we are.
That's what I mean. And that's where I'm still at now.
Yeah.
And then I literally started from my car.
Yep.
Like, doing people's brows.
I love it. I love seeing where we started to where we are now
and
where we're going.
Literally, baby, we ain't even at chapter 10 yet. You know that.
We've been throwing a little, I'm talking you and me, Helena, have been throwing a little idea around about a little travel venture coming up. Hopefully soon. Should we say where we're thinking or where we would like to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you want to say? I'll throw it here.
Okay, ready? Okay. Are you going to say, like, the continent or, like,
I'm just going to go the two-letter one.
Okay, ready? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
The UK, baby. Oh, my God. Okay, when we can plan it out, we want to go. And I was like, Helena, can we go for, like, a few weeks or, like, a month?
She was just like, how long do you want to go for? I was like, I'm not doing a long-haul flight for a week, let me tell you that.
But there is 10 people off the top of my head in the UK who I will pay to just be trained. I don't care if they offer training or not. I'm just going to pay you. Well, like, you and me got to sit there.
We literally said that. We want to learn from every artist in the UK that we can.
I think something that really inspires me from the UK, everyone's salon wall that I see on Instagram is literally incredible.
Immaculate.
So, I don't want to say over the top, but it's over the top for Australia, I think, to us a little bit because we're very minimalistic vibes right now.
Instantly, I think Claudia Louise.
Yep. There's another one I'm thinking of. But like
Brow Envy's, her space is stunning. And I know she shares.
Yeah. And I love it.
Oh my God. I'd literally pay to sit in there.
And just do it. I'm like, I don't care if I'm going to have a reaction. Put 10 on me because I want my eyebrows done by you. But we are dying to get over there. I think that's our first stop. Especially because Buff Brows is over there as well. So our amazing sponsor. Bella, come with us. Yeah, come on, guys. We would love to take Bareface and Naked International, and we would love to do some little tours, little world tour. We're getting excited, but the idea is definitely there. People must listen to this podcast and go, wow, Shay and Helena have some big plans, baby. But like, huge plans. But that's the thing, like, dream big. Absolutely. Like, mark our words. We're going to be in the UK next year. Yeah, 100%. We're just going to sort a few little things out. Yeah. I mean, you do. Like,
I can pack my bags. Get my shit sorted.
Got some things to do.
Yeah.
But we're going to be
But
there.
literally though, like
we all should probably just do Australia first as well.
I mean maybe.
Start small. Nah, fuck, go big.
Nah.
Go home.
I want to head over to see G and Harry.
Let's go.
Yeah. Literally.
Well, we should be thanking our sponsors.
Definitely. On the topic,
G and Harry, Georgia and Harry, who own
Buff
Buff Brows. They are amazing. You should see the products that they're bringing out, guys.
And
I think that's why we need to get over there as well, because we just need to see them.
I want to see the warehouse and
see
stuff.
what's coming out.
But yeah, we definitely dropped a hint last time that we are working on something.
A few exciting things.
And I have an update for you with that too.
Oh my God. Are you going to say it right here? Or? Oh, okay. I was like, Helina, what?
Nah. Keeping it top secret for a little bit, I think. And then also Bella Beauty Professional, Anthea and Joe. They're amazing.
Get every single
They are hiring at the moment as well, guys. Hiring. So, I mean, that's like exclusive access to us.
I want to be like in Brisbane so I can go and work.
I'm not even kidding you. I was generally thinking the other day, like, what would I do? Like, if I wasn't doing eyebrows? And then I'm like, I'd work for Bella Beauty.
I would be working for Bella Beauty.
Yeah, I would actually ask Anthony and Joe,
company ever.
Please hire me. I know a lot of stuff about your products. So,
literally. But thank you guys for sponsoring us and showing us so much love and support.
The support is huge. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Yeah, we'll be over there to visit you guys very soon. Don't worry. All right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.